Hey everybody, JayborinoPlays here. This is Shadow of the Brood, a custom campaign for Starcraft 2. We're heading into Mission 7 now, where we will theoretically be reviving Broodmother Khaleesi, who was being guarded by Zathar. I'm not sure who Zathar is. Some other Broodmother, perhaps. The Fall of the Queen. Or perhaps the Rise of the Queen. Zathar is Broodmother created by Khaleesi. She's the most powerful after her death. It won't be easy to kill her in final battle. Okay, so the Zathar apparently was second in command to Khaleesi, and is guarding Khaleesi's remains. We're trying to resurrect Khaleesi to once again take control of the Brood race, which is interesting considering maybe Radgar and Abarth, they're not trying to usurp control. They're actually trying to resurrect their old queen. Not very Zerg-like, but again, it's not really Zerg. Maybe they actually respect their leaders. They saw Khaleesi as a good leader. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting here. It's possible. Let's go. It is here. We're finally at the end of this cave. The chamber is close and Zathar's essence is closer than ever before. I must kill her. Brutalisk. Looks like a weird Hydralisk with more spines coming out of its back. Honestly, it looks awesome. So we'll see what that is. It might be exactly like a Hydralisk, maybe a little stronger. Who knows? We'll find out though. Okay, all right, no base. We must cleave a path through Zathar's units. Brutalisk. Brutalisk is evolved strain from Hydralisk. The difference is that the Brutalisk is high damage assassin melee unit with dash ability. What? What? Okay, wait a minute. Frenzy. Intercepts enemy ground units and increases movement speed. So basically they're like giant zealots is the impression that I'm getting right now. That's crazy cool. Okay, I feel like the camera's a little closer in. I'm okay with that. I'm just pointing out it's possible that the camera's a little closer in. All right, let's see these things in action. Oh my god, that's so cool. They're just melee Hydralisks. And Hydralisks have a pretty cool animation, a cool melee animation, so it's cool to see that as like their main attack now. Really, really neat. How much health do they have? 200. Not bad. Basically a better version of a Zealot, it seems like. How much damage do they do? 16. Gotta make sure to not get hit by our own, whatever it's called, Corrosive Bile, because that does do friendly fire. We gotta be careful. Our Acid Fiends don't do friendly fire, though, so that's okay. I can feel her presence, her fear. She already knows about us. We cannot delay. All right, we're going, Radgar. We're in good shape. We're in good shape. Why don't you use your beam, kill some of those Hydralisks. Oh my god, the Zathar Brood. Patrick messaged me and said he's actually created by another user, but it's so cool looking. I love the Zathar, or Zathar's Brood, or what have you. This map looks really, really well done. It's got a neat little flow to it as we move through the caverns. I don't know if this is going to be primarily a melee mission or what. I do like that we have a Broodmother here, / Swarm Queen. We may have to make sure we keep it alive. We may be making a drone platform here pretty soon. I don't know. It's possible we're going to have to kill Zathar, and then we'll be able to... Oh, there's a Brutalisk here. All right, back up, back up. Let Radgar tank the Brutalisk. All right, get in there. Nice. The Brutalisk versus Broodalisks. Not to be confused. Two very different units. Honestly, I like Brutalisks. They're really, really cool and unique, but I think I'd rather have a Brutalisk, considering how incredibly strong they are. All right, we've made it to the end there. Nice little showcase with the Brutalisks. Ugh. Zathar has sealed the final doors with 2 crystals. I'm curious how she did it, but irregardless, we must destroy them. But regardless... Okay, here we go. So we have our drone platform already, so we're back at it. Hatching Nest. You are now able to train 2 units at once from the Hatching Nest. That's awesome. I really, really like how you see just the Brood race just slowly evolving. It's really, really awesome. All right, so where do we want our extractors? Oh, we have 2 geysers now. We want to make an extractor here and maybe even down here. Now, 1 extractor is probably enough. Let's go ahead and set up spreaders here and here. That should be good for now. We want to defend that side with defensive structures. Actually, I can't imagine the enemy would be attacking me down here. So we probably just have to defend this this choke point up in this area. Should be fine. We needed spreaders, though. Now we can make our extractor. And I don't think you want more than 1 extractor, honestly. If you could get one, like, maybe situated over in this direction, but the geysers are here right now, so that's not really a possibility. We'll make the gas absorbers in a second here. For now, I'd rather just get my my hatching nest set up. So, Patrick, I assume responding to people asking about, you know, the structures are very large, things get path blocked, you need, you know, you want to make 1 billion hatching nests, but you don't have room. Now you can make 2 things out of hatching nests, so you effectively need half as many. That's excellent. All right, so we want to just train as many harvesters as possible, and now we don't have any money. So we're just going to have to defend with Radgar and our small group of units here, but we should be fine. These Acid Fiends do a lot of damage. Okay, wonderful. Oh, the Brood Stingers, I forgot how cool those things are. So we might be doing like a Devastator Brutalist combo. Brood Mothers in the back. Honestly, I like every single one of these units, and I want to make some of all of them, basically. I want to make a little bit of every single unit, because they're just so cool. All right, so right now, we're just, we're struggling for money. So we're just going to sit around for a little bit as we wait for money. I got a little zealous with making spreaders. A few too many spreaders. Unnecessary. Can probably fit another, hatching nest over in this direction. Again, I don't expect the enemy to attack me over there unless there's air units, but we can fit... This is where we can put a lot of our hatching nests down if we're running out of space. Alright, so now we can make another harvester. So this is basically how it's going to be. We're just going to have to make... just wait for money. You know what I might do is just move out with this group. Radgar's pretty powerful. He can tank stuff. Plus the, you know, he can get healed by the queens and such. I'd love to move out and look for another base. We're definitely going to need another base. Minerals are going to be a big issue. I don't think we can push into there yet. Definitely don't think we can quite push into there yet. Let's just let's back up and go to the left, perhaps. If there's a base to take over there, we'd be in real good shape. Harvester, got a hotkey my drone platform, and we're gonna need spreaders up here for defense. So like here, perhaps, or like maybe right there. That way we can put. Oh, they are attacking from over here. Okay, so the attacks are definitely spawned. So I don't regret putting these spreaders down. We're going to have to make static defense down there. We lost our spreader, unfortunately. Let's make 2 more harvesters, and then I'd feel pretty comfortable with our spreaders. I think we lost some a Brutalisk. Okay, so we've got a slow start here. We got to really just... I'd love to go and try to find another base, but for now, I mean... It's tricky. It's a tricky map so far. Just, again, with a slow start. I just need to stockpile some money. I'm really hopeful to find... Okay, here's their next attack, actually. We can get rid of this. We'll be in really, really good shape. Yeah, get in there, Brutalisks. Cool units, and get in there with the Stingers, or the Brood Stingers, or whatever they're called. There's probably a base we can take here, but I don't think we'll be able to... I don't think we'll be able to quite destroy it, but now we've scouted out, we know what's around this map. So let's remake this spreader. Probably right there. And then I want to make... static defense around that area. So, let's see. We need a nerve center. Probably a couple nerve centers, honestly. We could throw this down here. Doesn't quite matter where it is. I don't really need gas yet, so I'd rather just save my money. So the Brood Stingers, in conjunction with the Brutalisks, will be really, really, really good, because those Brood Stingers can do a lot of extra damage. So for now, let's just focus on getting upgrades, getting some static defense. The Nerve Center will allow us to make some Buzzer Hives down here to defend ourselves. And then also the Brood Towers, which are pretty darn good, if you ask me. Nobody was asking me, but no one's here to ask me. Okay, so let's just throw down a bunch of these Buzzer Hives. They'll help us defend probably in this area. And then if we get like a cluster of Brood Towers, like right in this area around this hatching nest, they'll probably be able to defend both sides, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we've got our got a decent amount of harvesters now. These harvesters really interesting looking. I think they're based off Scantipedes. Either way, they're really cool. Let's go ahead and start Carapace. I think that's what we're gonna need. And let's see, Devastators we don't quite need yet. I have to remember exactly like what we should be getting first. Let's throw down this. So this is what I was hoping to do, is throw down some Brood Towers here. Oh wait, were those Buzzer Nests? Yeah, those are Buzzer Nests. That's fine. Let's actually, no, I want to cancel those. I take it back. It's not okay. So let's, Brood Towers is what I want. Let's throw these down here. Okay, let's move over here and see if we can save these Brood Towers. The only thing is, yeah, we still don't have a means to repair buildings easily. I mean, we could make more Swarm Queens, but that's pretty much it. Okay, and then we just replace these Buzzer Hives eventually. I'm still getting used to the hotkeys. Challenging, it's challenging. All right, now we've got the money that we need, so now we can go ahead and throw these down and start focusing on making some extra units that we can rush in and hopefully kill hopefully destroy this base up here and take an extra base. I don't think that there was any other way to go through here. So again, the enemy attacks must be spawned. They're probably coming out of this cave here, I'm going to assume. All right, these stingers looking good. We want probably 2 more acid fiends. They'll help us push through an enemy base very, very fast. All right, so now we need more harvesters because we are going to put them on gas. Let's go ahead and just put 2 harvesters on each gas. Obviously, 3 would be optimal, but for right now, we just need to wait for more harvesters. All right, so with these, I would feel pretty comfortable. We just have to solidify our defense here such that we could defend ourselves if our units aren't here. So brood towers would be the way to go, but we need more gas. Definitely need more gas. It might be worth getting more extractors just so you can make harvesters faster. That's all I can really think of. It's hard to tell. Are these... I think these harvesters might move slower than other workers than we're used to. We're already sort of slower, like we're slower on money than I'd like, which is not good. What I do like is that all of these upgrades cost 0 gas. Let's get a second nerve center, actually. Okay, there's the brood towers coming in strong here. We've got some melee units. See, I think the brutalisks in conjunction with the brood stingers is just an excellent, excellent combo. You get some swarm queens and acid fiends in the back to support them. Even brood walkers would be fine. I mean, I like the buzzers, but they're, I don't know. It feels sort of cheesy to just stack up buzzers. And I've noticed in some missions there's been some anti-air, so we can't quite rely on those. Okay, now we've got some gas income. I'm gonna go ahead and throw 1 more harvester on each, and that still might not be optimal. We might need even more than that, I'm not sure. That's probably enough harvesters. 3 harvesters. 3 more harvesters is probably enough. I'd like to get 1 more hatching nest. I think I'd like to see maybe more, I think what I'd like to see is more production-type buildings. Okay, let's move down here. See, okay, so these buzzer hives aren't even able to hit. Let's just let this one be destroyed, or, well, next attack will be destroyed. They'll have to move in further, and that'll allow my other buzzer hives to help. So all I'm going to do here for my final defense before I move out is throw down a couple of brood towers here. So my only hope is by putting this here, things won't spawn out of that hatching nest without getting stuck. I really hope that won't happen. All right, so this amount of brood towers should be, that's more than enough. So now we've got what we need. Let's go ahead and get some more brood mothers. Upgrades coming up. I'd love to get those, but we just need more gas right now. What else can we make? We need a scourge nest next because I'd like to, we need a fiend warren as well. Let's get more spreaders here. Okay, yeah, I don't think I quite have enough of what I need to move out with. Not quite there yet. So let's get a Fiend Warren back there. Let's get our Scourge Nest now that we can afford it. Right there. I mean, this is all just for tech right now, so that's fine. We don't need it for anything else. Melee attacks. Carapace next. Brood Stinger's not that important. They're just going to follow up right behind the Brutalisks. So, Brutalisks, kind of expensive for what you're getting, I think. Especially gas. Gas is in very short supply. I'm going to get some Broodwalkers. They're real fat, but, I mean, they'll help. That'll be fine. We'll get 6 here in relatively quick succession. Let's move back with our army. We can get a couple Scourge Nests. I'm taking a really long time. This is not very action-packed, I understand. Taking pretty long to get going here. But I think, you know, especially with these Brood Towers in the back, they're going to back up my my Buzzer Hives, and we'll be in real good shape. Is there any upgrades at the Scourge Nest? No. Fiend Warren, I believe. Yeah, we want to upgrade the range of our Acid Fiends. Acid Fiends, let's get 2 more. And I'm going to... The rest of my queue is going to be Buzzers, I think. Not Buzzers, but Devastators. We want to get a couple of those. All right, let's lead with Radgar and start pushing into this base. Her brood will be erased from this planet. Prepare to eradicate her colonies. All right. All right, another Brutalisk here. Brutalisk. Okay, what do we have that can attack air? Because we've got Guardians back there, and they are just eating me up. Okay, I think we're... Oh my god, there's so many... So many Brutalisks. You know what I'm talking about. You can see what's on the screen, right? All right, so there is a base here. We've got some Swarm Queens here. Actually, my Broodwalker's doing wonderful here. What's happening over here? Static Defense should be able to clean this up. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. What I can do is get one more Buzzer Hive just a little further back now instead and just let these two do their thing. Okay, slowly but surely we'll... Oh my god, look at that aberration. It looks so cool. Okay, wipe out this hive, and then we'll set up a another base here. We need more mineral income for sure. We want more... We need a lot of brood stingers right now. And we can get, honestly, a couple devastators, more brutalisks. Surprisingly, the broodwalkers have come in and are helping a lot. They don't do bad against buildings. They do more against armored. Looking pretty good, I'd say. This is not bad. I can go ahead and get the toxic adrenaline now. I feel really, really comfortable with my static defense. We've got some devastators now for some aerial support. We might even get some buzzers later to help out. Acid fiends doing huge damage against structures from the back line. Excellent. Okay, we should have stingers flooding up here too. Okay, great. So now let's take this base. We absolutely need it. I'm going to make my drone platform up here now. That way we can make 2 extractors further down. Okay, this is going to be control group 5. All right, more devastators coming in. I feel very, very, very safe at home, so we shouldn't be in too much trouble. I could always make just a bunch more buzzer hives just in case. Just in case. I mean, we're never going to be moving in this direction. We could effectively wall ourselves in. Okay, what upgrades are we missing? That's all of our available upgrades. We're going to be running out of money here pretty soon. We need this drone platform to finish. We can set up some defense along this ramp. Because I assume they're going to be attacking me from this direction next. All right, and we're going to need the extra money here pretty soon. I really like these brood stingers. I like their portrait too. I'm really, really grateful that the old broodling was replaced, because it was essentially a zergling. It was like a slightly beefier zergling. I'm glad it was replaced. I probably shouldn't be attacking here yet. Honestly, my Devastator is going to do huge damage against this Leviathan. That is exactly what needs to happen. We need more things that can attack air. We might quite not have enough here. Did Radgar go down? No, he's in there. He's fine. Okay, so we destroyed this area, and as far as I know, we shouldn't be getting attacked from this direction anymore because we destroyed the base. The first crystal has been destroyed. One more remains. All right, so this one is done. Just in case, we'll make spreaders here for some static defense. We'll make spreaders here for extractors, and we'll just make a bunch just to kind of spread this out. So meanwhile, we're going to move down in this direction with anticipation of starting attack. Let's get a bunch of brutalisks and stingers. We're good with acid fiends. I think I want some buzzers just to kind of back up my existing forces. Okay, looking good. This type of base setup I like quite a bit. In fact, this is probably my favorite. You put the drone platform as close to the geysers as you can, but leave an open space against your, against what feels right. Do it like this. Then put 2 extractors down, and then you can make double harvesters and get like full harvesting potential, basically. All right, we've got brutalisks coming in. This is great. Meanwhile, just in case, let's just make a bunch of buzzer hives at the top of this ramp. We're out of money. That's okay. I mean, we're probably going to be able to push in with this next attack. My brutalisks, I'm not sure what's going on here. Their upgrades are sort of messed up. It seems like the +2 carapace applied to their attack damage, so rather than having 2-2, they have 1-4. Actually, that doesn't really add up either, does it? I'm not sure what happened. Something went wrong here. As you can see, all my other units are 2-2, but my brutalisks are 1-4, so that's just a small thing that I believe would need changed. Let's take some time here to saturate this base. Let's get 8 harvesters total. We don't really need the gas. We're looking real good on gas. Full upgrades. I'm feeling real good about my macro so far. It's been a slower mission, taking my time a little bit. I'm having a great time, though. Honestly, I don't think buzzers are the right choice because they stack up and just die instantly. I think we're going to need more devastators, and I don't feel comfortable pushing up into this area quite yet because that Leviathan is really challenging, and I don't have enough that can attack air. We really just need more money, and the money will come as we set up this base. So, honestly, just in case, though, I don't want to risk losing it because then we're back to square one. I'm just going to lay down a ton of buzzer hives and probably even brood towers behind this base. I don't know. This is a big waste of money. I'll be the first to admit this is a waste of money. But if they attack up here, we should be pretty safe, even without brood towers, just because, it's a lot of buzzer hives. And I believe, these can attack air and ground goods, so Excellent, excellent. Here they come here. Let's watch our static defense in action. It's lovely. Okay, yeah, the Brood Tower is being very, very helpful. There's definitely Swarm Queens in the back that are healing things. Or at least it seemed like something was getting healed. Okay, cool. And then just in case, we can always replace these. No problem. And just because you can build, pretty much you can build as fast as you can click and for however much money you have. No problem. I'll make a couple buzzers, sure. We've already got a couple buzzers, but I would like to get more. I queued up more Devastators and then more Brood Mothers because those can also attack air, and we'll be in really, really good shape. We need more Brood Mothers just to heal. Obviously, between the Stingers and the Brutalisks, they're going to move in first, and I feel like because we have some strong front line, that actually allows these Broodwalkers to survive and do some actual damage against armored units. So against the Brutalisks, not to be confused with Brutalisks, the Broodwalkers will do not bad. They do more versus armored, but they have low health against something like a Brutalisk. So they're going to do not huge damage, but they will do better damage, and they're not just going to instantly die. All right, we're in good shape here. We might as well go ahead and throw this down, get a couple more Harvesters, and then we'll put 3 of them on this Gas Absorber. Though honestly, I'm feeling very, very comfortable with what's going on right now. I could get more, obviously I could get more hatching nests. Now's probably the time to do it. In fact, we can get them up here. Let's go ahead and make one here and here. Anytime I make hatching nests, I make sure not to put them in a place where units might end up getting stuck. So, like, even this amount of space, you might want to be a little cognizant, like an Acid Fiend might not... I assume this is, like, just large enough for an Acid Fiend to fit through, but if it wasn't, we'd have to destroy these spreaders and move them. Okay, this is a good amount of stuff. Let's get going. Got a nice, robust group happening right now. So the Brutalisks are going to take the main amount of damage, and they're going to die very quick, but the Acid Stingers will survive and do really, 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 really good damage. Okay, those Devastators in the back being incredibly, incredibly helpful. All right, here's the Leviathan again. Let's make sure we're using all of Radgar's abilities in the meantime. 2 Leviathans here, of course. The Devastators are doing an excellent job. I think most of my buzzers, if not all of my buzzers, are already dead because they die very, very quickly to the splash damage of the Leviathans. But the Devastators are the real champions here. I'm not sure what these... Oh, they're Spore Cannons. Okay, so those hit my my Devastators. Interesting. Okay, so we've succeeded. We're getting attacked at home, but that doesn't matter because we've won the mission. The second crystal is gone. Now it's time to face Zathar in battle. There may be a boss battle here. There's a decent chunk of the map that's not uncovered. Radgar, I was waiting for you for many years. Your essence can help me get out of this damned cave. We will have to fight to obtain that essence. Of course. Okay, yes, so it's telling you to save your game, which is great. I just quick saved. So, I'm just gonna spam his abilities. We seem fine here. In fact, it depends on what kind of abilities she may end up using. But we just want to make sure we're spamming his abilities, specifically using that. Okay, I see. So she spawns roaches too. There's health pickups in case we need them. Lots and lots of health here. Oh, I see. So there's eggs. We can destroy... Well, no, we can't quite destroy the eggs. Okay, so we can kill her minions, and that allows us to get our health back. I forgot about that. There's also 2 health pickups. So this isn't really a movement-based boss, which is okay. I mean, I'm really used to movement-based bosses, so I'm fine with this. It's really just about saving your abilities. Like I wouldn't flippantly use my abilities unless I needed to. So like I might as well let Corrosive Bile build up. If I get 3 charges, then I'll just launch some. So like this. Let's see if that actually kills some of these. Yeah. Okay. Great. Wait for those Zerglings to kind of stack up, and then we can blast them with Corrosive Beam. And it's no problem. And if we ever get dangerously low, honestly, Destructive Waves incoming. Oh dear. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm not sure how to avoid those. It seems almost random. because she just sort of turns. I'd honestly prefer if she spawned enemies right now. Okay, yes, she is spawning enemies right now. This is good. Because we need some health back. So this will be fine. We're just going to do this. Give us some health. And I'm going to wait to get a little bit lower here. I'm going to pick up this this health right here. Actually, in retrospect, that wasn't very necessary. I like these Zerglings to kind of stack on top of me so I can do this. Okay, great. So now we're fine. We're back in shape. Those destructive waves, I'm not really sure the best way to avoid those because it seems almost random. So I think what I can do, yeah, so line them up, and we're going to wait for our beam to come back. We can blast them and then also hit her as well with my abilities. Get some health back from that. All right, keep it up, Radgar. Keep it up, Radgar. We've got her pretty low. Okay. Oh, did I didn't realize that I was so close to death there. I was not... I don't know how I missed that. I did not think I was that close to death. I should have backed up and picked up that health kit. But you know what? Well, I might make a shortcut here because the boss fight, it's basically the same. It's the same thing kind of over and over. That's okay, though. I'll see you in a bit as we get closer. Like, back down to 10% health. Okay, I'm about back to where I was. I've learned one thing. One major thing I've learned is don't ignore the spawned units. They are what do the most damage, honestly. So you use those to get your health back, but the roaches do more damage than the boss. So hopefully I don't blow it here, but it's really the roach spawns that are what can really screw you up. So that's why, wait for them to hatch and then hit them with your abilities. And don't let them kill you, because they can kill you very easily. So focus on those first. The Zerglings are kind of like a free spawn. All right, we've definitely got her this time. The Zerglings are like a free spawn, I'd say. There we go. These guys are going to... Okay, good, they're Zerglings. I was going to say, I can get some easy health back there. Her essence is mine. We should move for the next source of essence. The next source? How many are there? I thought we were able to free Kalisa now. So that boss was not easy. It was surprisingly challenging in the sense that if you think you can ignore the roaches, you can't. You really need to focus on them. The Zerglings, you just kite around until your corrosive beam is up. You kill those and get your health back. But that boss, surprisingly, is not really as much of a movement-based boss as a lot of other bosses in custom campaigns that I've played were. It's more of a... just more of like a how to ration your abilities kind of thing. So like if you try to just spam your abilities on the boss all the time, you won't have those abilities up to kill the spawned units, which are probably going to be the death of you. It's not the boss attacking you. That's just kind of a persistent thing that you think you need to worry about, but you don't. Anyway, interesting mission. I liked it a lot, and I'm loving this race. I love the Brood race so much. It's so fun to play. It's just so unique. Having a great time. The visuals of it are fantastic as well. I'm just excited to play more maps with this race. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.